Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lisa Mugarere from the University of Zimbabwe. I'm under the Department of Chemistry and Earth Sciences, and I'm a geologist currently pursuing a PhD in hydrogeology. So I'll be presenting a review paper titled Groundwater Potential Assessment and Aquifer Characterization in Arid Margins of the Mid-Zambezi Basin, a hydrogeological review of being awards 19 and 25, Zimbabwe. All right. 68% of the Zimbabwean population depends on groundwater for fresh water. And then in the Lower Gwai catchment area, we have wards being 19 and 25. And Lower Gwai catchment area falls under a semi-arid region where the rainfall is literally minimal, is less than 400 millimeters per year. And we are facing a problem where there is limited hydrogeological data and there is no groundwater governance. And also, the reliance on groundwater is increasing, and we don't know anything about this groundwater. So the study area is in the mid-Zambezi Karoo Basin and Matabeleland North, that is Lower Gwai catchment area, and it falls under agroecological region semi-arid. And also, the people depend on water, groundwater, which is boreholes, wells, and also surface water, dams and rivers. But dams and rivers are drying up mid the dry season before it starts raining again. So now people will depend on underground water. Then the geological setting, this is Karoo Basin. We have the Kalahari beds and also the pre-Karoo basement. And also the key formations are escarpment grits and pebbly arkose, forest sandstone, and Batoka basalts. And the groundwater is mainly found in the sandstone and the grits. I have data in a borehole inventory where the other words in Binga, we have a few information, but for wards 19 and 25, there is nothing literally that is recorded. There are boreholes in the wards that were drilled in the 1980s, but we don't know anything about those boreholes, even how deep as the borehole hills. There is nothing that was documented. We just know that in ward 19, there is a borehole here, and there's a borehole there, and there's a borehole there, but we don't know to what extent is this borehole. The borehole healed, the depth and the static water level is missing. And also now the population in wards 19 and 25 is increasing. As we can see there, as we can see here, this was census 2012 and this is census 2022. And the population is increasing. And also, there is variation in the rainfall received every year. So now, with the climate change, we don't know if it's still good to still depend on the groundwater. We don't know the quantity, we don't know what's there, we don't know the quality, we don't know what's going underground. So people are depending on something that they don't know what's going on. And these are the regional and conceptual insights that I've come with. You know, the sub-Saharan aquifers are the major source of water when there is drought. And then we don't know how much water is there. So we are over-assuming resilience. We don't know if it's still resilient because we don't know when we are going to run dry. And also, there is limited data. We don't know the type of aquifers that we have. Is it homogeneous? Is it heterogeneous? All right, and then also the type of the type of stratigraphy that we have is also causing us to have questions like, is this going to be sustainable in the long run? The discussion and linking of climate resilience. Aquifer variability determines local resilience, and also wide-scale hydrogeological evidence needed for climate adaptation. And we need integration of isotopes, geophysics, and hydrochemistry for a robust modeling. And also we need to align with our SDG 6 and SDG 13. Recommendations, I'm recommending that we do a high-resolution geological and geophysical mapping, and also seasonal groundwater quality monitoring, isotopic study for recharge source tracking, and then we go on to do pumping and slag test for storativity and transmissivity measuring, and then development of aquifer vulnerability and sustainability maps, and engage communities for participatory monitoring. In conclusion, what's 19 and 25, they are understudied aquifers but critical since people are depending on them, and also data scarcity as risking water security under climate change, and also integrated hydrogeological assessment is equals to foundation for resilience. Strengthen SADC-wide understanding of semi-arid aquifers, and also, in conclusion, groundwater is invisible, but is also indispensable. Acknowledgement to these organizations as they are funding me. I thank you.
All right, that's another young water professional. Okay, thank you very much. I think we have just landed now. I just need 1 or 2 questions, if there is any, and then I've got first hand here, and then the second hand, but let me start from that side and then this side. There was a hand that side, please just bring your question.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. My question is on the old boreholes that were drilled that we don't have information in terms of their depth. And so my question is, are there any plans that are also being considered to make sure that we gather the information and we have that information? Thank you.
Okay, the second question from this side.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I think somewhere in the introduction, you mentioned that 68% of the population relies on groundwater, which is a good number. But I think if we need to get the context right, then it will help us, because in our country we want to increase the amount of liters we're getting from groundwater. We want to increase the usage of groundwater. So when you say 68%, are you only referring to domestic water? Because if you could just say relative to other uses like mining, like agriculture and so on, your 68 maybe might be 20%. If you look at the entire usage of water, and that would give a good context for all of us to see where you are, and then we can be able to benchmark nicely with you. Thank you.
Question. The first one, older boreholes. Any plans to gather the information? Second one, you can choose which one to start with.
Okay, for the older boreholes, we've been trying to gather information, but so far that's the only information that we got. So we want to try and go and perform the pumping tests on the older boreholes so that we can get the information. And then for the 68% is a general percentage for the whole of Zimbabwe, not just for Binga, what's 19 and 25. So I think I will look into detail whether 19 and 25, what's the exactly percentage that is using groundwater? As in, and also for 68%, it's saying as for the rural and the urban domestic use.